Hi everyone, my name is Arianna and I am a certified transformational life coach. Today, I want to discuss with you ways to shift your mindset into a more positive way of thinking, especially during these difficult times. I will be sharing tips that have helped me during lockdown and I hope can help you. Now a little bit about me. I divide my time between Italy and UK. And mid-February I came to Italy and I have been here throughout the whole of lockdown. For those of you aware, lockdown in Italy has been really strict. We weren't allowed to go out for any form of exercise whatsoever for 2 whole months, not even for a walk. Only one member per household could go out shopping, so the circumstances were a little tough. Luckily, I have a garden which helped a great deal, but I really had to work on my mindset and remain positive, which helped me a lot. So how can we switch to a more positive mindset? Firstly, let's acknowledge the fact that life will never be linear or solely upwards. This beautiful journey we are on will have many ups and downs. Things will happen that are totally out of our control. That's life. But we can only learn and move forwards. Therefore, we need to concentrate on the things that we can control, which are our thoughts. Your mind is so powerful, and when you fill it with positive thoughts, it can have such a huge impact on you. During my training and coaching, I got into the habit of reframing my mindset. This significantly helped me a lot, and it's helping me right now during this time. It does take practice, just like exercising. If you're not really consistent, you're not going to see results. The same applies to your mindset. You need to really work at it. So remember this, our thoughts affect our feelings, which then lead to our actions and response. Ultimately, what we all want is to feel good. We often talk about happiness as if it is something that will happen to us, like it's a random thing that just suddenly occurs in our life and it is something we cannot really control. For example, we may say things like, "It was a bad day," or "I look awful today." It is common for us to refer to our feelings as something that is outside of us. But guess what? You get to choose how you feel, and that all your feelings are within your control. This does not mean that you cannot or must not feel any negative feelings. On the contrary, we are human and we must embrace our feelings. Let go of our feelings, let them out. What I'm trying to show you here is that we have a choice and how by practicing we can shift our mindset. Being aware of our thought process will help you to understand how your brain works. It will help you notice that often the problem is not what you think it is. It will help you establish the connection between your thoughts and feelings. It will help you realize that even though you may not be able to control the situation or circumstance, you can control your thoughts, thus helping you take action. So let's break it down and have a look. Firstly, we have the circumstance situation, which is outside of your control. For example, in this case, the current situation with coronavirus, we are going through a pandemic. Therefore, it is an outside event that is totally out of our control. This could also be the weather, what another person has done or said, your train being delayed. So these are just examples. Next, we have our thoughts. Our thoughts are generated from the situation and come from your mind. We have positive thoughts and negative thoughts, which is obvious. But what so many of us do not truly realize is that our thoughts are totally optional. This is something we can control. It's important to remember you have a choice on what you think. Next, it's feelings. Depending on your circumstance and your thoughts about it, you might be experiencing feelings like happy, anger, resentment, fear, sad. Remember that feelings are always generated from thoughts, not the situation. Next up is actions. Our actions are literally driven by the feelings, emotions we're having. This is how you behave, how you act or don't act, or what you do or don't do in response to your feelings. So how do you get to those feelings you want or need? You need to start with your thinking. And remember, our actions lead to our results. This is the result of what happens in your life. So this is a really good tool and exercise to take note and write step by step our thoughts and feelings. So this can help us to become aware of our thought process. Let's look at an example of this. With the pandemic going on, which is the situation, my initial thought could be, oh, I'm stuck at home. Immediately, this will generate feelings of sadness, worry, anxiety, and fear. Fear of not knowing, because uncertainty does create fear in us. Our actions from this could be not being motivated because of our negative thoughts and feelings. We may be unproactive, not in the mood to take care of ourselves, and so on. This is, as we know, will lead to negative outcomes for us. So how can we shift this mindset? Perhaps we can switch the thought instead of I'm stuck at home to, you know what, I'm lucky to be able to stay safe in the comfort of my own home. Another example is, instead of thinking I'm worried I will get ill, I could switch this round to the chances of me getting ill are quite low if I make sure to follow the government's guidelines, as we now have all the information we need. So these are just examples of being aware how we can shift our mindset round. So let's look at tips on ways to help us navigate through a positive mindset. These are all things that have helped me enormously throughout lockdown here in Italy. Firstly, journaling is one of the most powerful tools there is in helping us manage our anxieties. It is reported that just by writing down our feelings can already have an enormous impact on making us feel calmer. Learn to write down exactly what goes through your mind. Try and get into the habit of filling out a daily diary. This will help you to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, which play a vital role in your overall well-being. So, ask yourself the following questions and write them down. What was my day like today? What did I do really well today? What good thoughts and feelings did I have today? Is there something I could improve on? Was I kind to myself today? If so, when and how? What lesson have I learnt today? Writing down what's making you anxious gets it out of your head and can make it less daunting. It is a way of releasing our emotions, which help us feel calmer and look at things in a different perspective, giving us more control over a situation. So write down, what emotion are you feeling? Then next to it, what is causing that emotion? And then next to that, what healthy action can you take to help ease that emotion? And just by seeing it on paper can make a big difference to you. Another tip is keeping a gratitude journal. This is a simple tool to keep track of the good things in life. Through the hard times, it is important to try and look for the things that you feel grateful for. It has been said that you can rewire your brain to be happy by simply recalling 3 things you are grateful for every day for 21 days. Did you know that it takes 21 consecutive days of doing something before it turns into a habit? So simply write down the things you are most grateful for on a daily basis. You can use a journal, a notebook, a diary, or even just a piece of paper, whatever you want. And write, today I am grateful for, and list between 5 to 10 things you are grateful for, and then ask yourself, write down, I am grateful for these things because. And I can guarantee you that this is probably one of the most important tools and something that I truly believe in. I find this always at the top of my list to make me feel better. Another tip I recommend is positive mantras. I know it can sound wishy-washy, but saying positive affirmations out loud is so great for us. We tend to keep so much in our heads that releasing positive affirmations makes us feel good about ourselves. So say something out loud first thing you wake up, like, today is going to be a great day. Or play some music, dance, sing, release that positive energy. Place inspirational quotes where you can see them, like on your wall. Surround yourself with positivity. This includes what you read and see, like social media or TV. So if limiting the news makes you feel better, then do that. Another point that helped a lot was having a routine. I love starting the day in a more structured manner. It gives me a sense of calmness and control. Also, movement is key. Now, during lockdown, I couldn't go out, so I had to think of ways of moving my body. This is so important for your physical and mental health. There are so many great YouTube online videos. I found myself doing yoga more than ever, and sometimes even if I couldn't fit it in, I only managed to do 10 to 15 minutes, but it was also a great help for my mindset. Even for a little time, it's still great. Meditate. Meditating in the mornings or simply doing some deep breathing exercises is great. It really helps to keep yourself calm, and when you're having moments of stress or feeling anxious, then breathing techniques are great. One of the easiest ways to begin calming an anxious mind is to practice your breathing. I cannot explain enough how important this is and the calming effect it has on the human mind and body, which helps bring balance to the body's nervous system during times of stress. A good way to practice this skill is through a breathing exercise called box breathing. Now, box breathing gets its name from its emphasis on breathing deeply by counting to 4 for a total of 4 steps. So you would inhale slowly and deeply through the nose to the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, then exhale slowly through the mouth to the count of 4, and then hold to a count of 4 again, and repeat this cycle. So let's just go through that together. So inhale slowly, and as you're inhaling, you're counting in your head to 4. Okay? Now hold to the count of 4 your breath, and then slowly exhale through the mouth to the count of 4. And then hold to the count of 4 again. And you slowly repeat this cycle. Now obviously if the count of 4 is too much for you, then do what feels comfortable. It's important that you breathe through this exercise, so please do what is comfortable. Mindfulness exercises are also a great way to help focus the brain, to pay attention only to the present moment. Thinking about the future and uncertainty creates worry and anxiety, so let's use this to concentrate on the now and nothing else. The most popular mindfulness exercise is known as the 3 senses of mindfulness. For this exercise, try to relax and breathe deeply as you name 3 things that you can see, hear, and feel in the present moment. For example, I can feel my toes resting on the carpet, and I can feel my arm touching my leg, and I can feel my wedding band on my finger. Then do the same with seeing and hearing. It is a lovely self-aware exercise. So these are just a few points to help you be calmer and more positive. Again, please be aware that in no way I'm saying this is what you should be doing. This is simply a guide in helping you, and remember to take one day at a time. We are all in different situations, so do what feels best for you. So I hope you found this useful. Thanks so much for checking this video out. And if you do have any questions, then please don't hesitate to reach out. So take care and have a fantastic day.